Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I was going to wear this, but it's really hot in here, so I'm going to be taking this off. But today's Vinyl Room episode is a special edition episode. We're going to go over one of my favourite albums of all time, Be Here Now by Oasis, which today, it's 23 years old, so it's his birthday. I'm filming this today on the Friday, but I'm going to post it tomorrow on the Saturday, which is when you'll see it. Still counts. 23 years old. Now, I've made videos in the past on why Oasis is my favourite band of all time, and when I do my top 10 albums list, or probably top 20 albums list, I've set it so that only one album per band or artist, because it makes it interesting and it makes me think more about it. But if I took that out and did the true list, my favourite album of all time, as you know, is definitely Maybe by Oasis. My second favourite album of all time is What's the Story Morning Glory by Oasis. And my third favourite album of all time, you probably haven't guessed by now, but it's Be Here Now by Oasis. Yeah, so let's get into the backstory. So the first two Oasis albums, I'm not going to say they started Britpop, but they were very influential. Oasis's first album was like an explosion of this Manchester British scene, music across not just the UK but the world. A lot of bands doing this Britpop sound in the early 90s didn't crack America or Europe, whereas Oasis and Blur did. They were huge, and of course, after Definitely Maybe, that I could do a whole fucking series on that album alone. Then we got What the Story Morning Glory, which was the bigger album with Wonderwall on it for star. You know, Wonderwall is one of the most famous songs ever. You can't go wrong with Wonderwall, and I know it's overplayed and everyone learns it, but it's still one of my favourite songs of all time. And that album sold 25 million copies I think it's one of the fastest selling, I think it is the fastest selling album in British history. I believe they even beat Michael Jackson in the UK for like the fastest selling. I might be wrong on that one, or they might have been beaten since, but when they started recording this album, What's the Story Morning Glory was still in the charts. Oasis, it's no secret that the Gallagher brothers argued a lot, and the way that they helped with those arguments or stopped them was to just buckle down and do some work and start recording. They would go back into the studio, and this album, so you know, that's when they started recording this while their huge album was still in the charts, and essentially this album was gonna try and kill off What's the Story Morning Glory in the charts. And everyone around them had told them, don't do that, that's a stupid idea. But they didn't listen. And of course this was the height of their drug-fueled 90s. I call this album 90s excess, as well as Blur's, I forget what it's called, but I got a Blur album from the same year. But yeah, let's get into the looks. So this album cover is really cool. Obviously you've got the band, you've got Liam up front looking really cool. Noel Gallagher is somewhere at the back. You got Bonehead. Sorry, I'm looking at it. I know what it looks like, but the lighting's a bit shit. If you go onto the Oasis Instagram, or I think it's Bonehead's Instagram, he's put up some photos for the birthday of how they made the cover. Like the Rolls Royce, lifting the Rolls Royce into the pool. And I forget which one it is. I think it's the number plate on the Rolls Royce is the same number plate that's on the 60s car in the Beatles Abbey Road cover, which is really cool. And that world is on the back side, or on the cover of Definitely Maybe, which is really cool. There's just a bunch of different references in this cover, and it's a really cool cover, as well as the back. Now there's a bit of shit on the back, I'm not sure what it is, but this is one of my oldest records. It's over 2 years old, so it has seen a bit of wear and tear. Really great cover. Sorry, I like gatefold. I swear I know what I'm talking about. Then we have a nice label. I'm not going to get the records out because they're just black. You know, 99.9% of the records I have are literally just black records, so there's no point in me showing you. But yeah, it's just overall, it's a really cool album to pick up, especially if obviously you're an Oasis fan. But let's get into the song, shall we? So I have to admit, some of the songs on this album aren't that great compared to the Oasis catalogue. There are a whole load of songs that didn't make it on the album that are better than songs on the album, which post Morning Glory is a problem that Oasis had until they split up. There are loads and loads of songs like Stay Young, The Fame, Flashbacks, Sister Lover, Angel Child. There's tons of songs that didn't make it on the album, and this album is really rushed, and a lot of the songs are too long. Even Noel Gallagher says that he doesn't really like the album or this era of Oasis because it was just a drug-fueled craze, you know. Liam Gallagher can't remember working on this album because he did so many drugs and so much alcohol. It's just gone from his mind, which I thought was hilarious. But it does contain some of their best songs as well. So the album starts with Do You Know What I Mean, which is one of the coolest songs ever. The opening Morse code spells out I love pork pies. Just a little I can't brain today. Just a little fact for you. And then amazing guitar, amazing lyrics. Noel Gallagher is my second favourite lyricist, and Liam Gallagher's vocals are always my favourite, but my god, the man kills this song. It's beautiful and brilliant and so powerful. And if you watch any interviews with either Noel or Liam, mostly Liam, you'll hear him say, do you know what I mean? About 1 billion times. But I love it to pieces. One of the greatest opening tracks to an album ever, and just flawless. Then My Big Mouth, which really brings up the tempo and the energy, with Liam sort of screaming the vocals, and it's so good. My big mouth, da, 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 my big name. Really great song. And then song 3, Magic Pie. It's one of those songs, I like the chorus. The lyrics of the song are brilliant, but it could have been like a 4-minute song, because the actual instrumentation is alright. It's not the best, and it goes on for like 7 minutes long, which is Noel Gallagher's problem with the track and the album. A lot of the songs are too long, and it's just not one of my favourites, I'm afraid. And side 2 starts with Stand By Me, which is one of the best songs ever made. Absolutely beautiful. The lyrics, Stand By Me, nobody knows the way it's gonna be, and this whole thing about, you know, life has all these different paths and nobody knows which path to take, or nobody knows what life is going to throw at them, so just stand by me and we can get through this together. The whole message of the song, it's beautiful, and amazing guitar work from Noel and the band, amazing vocals from Liam, absolutely flawless song. I Hope I Think I Know, which is a really great rocker about a breakup and how someone is trying to steal Liam's crown. Absolutely beautiful song. And then we have The Girl in the Dirty Shirt, which I feel it has a kind of a country vibe to it. Maybe it doesn't, but I hear that in the song, and it's a very beautiful song with amazing lyrics about how I can chase the soul. I can't remember the lyrics, but it's something like the ghosts. They're ghosts, and I can chase them away. I am tired. I haven't slept right in a few days. Leave me alone. Side 3 starts with Fade In, Fade Out. A fade in out, which again, it's just one of those long songs, and I don't really like it. It's Oasis, I love it, but it's not like one of my favourite Oasis songs. And then, oh god, side 3, song 2 is Don't Go Away by Oasis. One of the most beautiful songs of all time. I'm not going to tear up, but it's so beautiful. The lyrics, man. Noel Gallagher it blows my mind that he could write so many good songs, and this song is so beautiful. I want to be there when you hit the ground. I want to be there when your plane lands. You know, you and me, what's going on? We only seem to show the emotions that are wrong. And the way it ends, just with Liam singing "Don't Go Away," and it all sort of fades out. It's such a beautiful song. Go and listen. It's my favourite song on the album, and if you've never heard any Oasis or you haven't heard this song, please go and listen to it because it is so beautiful. It's honestly absolutely stunning of a song, and you know, it hits me deep. It is absolutely beautiful. Song 3, we have "Be Here Now," the title track, which has an amazing whistle chorus and absolutely stunning guitar work to it. Absolutely love that track. Brilliant. It's a very fun-loving, very hyper song from the band. Side 4, song 1, it was one of the singles, "All Around the World." Now you can go, they had it in the Oasis documentary and you can find it on YouTube. It's a rehearsal of the band rehearsing this song before Definitely Maybe. "All Around the World" was one of Noel Gallagher's first songs, and the lyrics are great, and then it goes into a sort of Hey Jude-esque la 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 la. That's the harmony to Hey Jude, but it goes into sort of just Liam Gallagher singing las, it's really beautiful, and the way the instrumentation builds up and up and up, and it gets grander and grander and grander. It's brilliant with all the horns and flutes and the orchestra. It's honestly, I'm not going to deny that it's incredibly Beatles influence, especially influenced by Hey Jude, but it's absolutely brilliant. Pardon me. And if you watch the music video, which I do recommend, it's a sort of cartoon where instead of a yellow submarine, they're in a yellow spaceship and they're flying around shooting things, and it's really cool. But an amazing song. And then side 4, song 2, "It's Getting Better Man." It's just a really powerful and great rocker with great lyrics. And Liam Gallagher's vocals again. This era of Liam Gallagher's vocals are amazing, when he had that really raspy sort of energetic voice. Then the album ends with a reprise of "All Around the World," which is just like a mini section of the horns. And the album ends with a door closing. And it's a really beautiful album. I didn't expect this video to go on so long, but in conclusion, this is one of the greatest rock albums of all time. And it didn't, critically, this album flopped, it did really well. It's one of the best-selling British albums of all time. But in terms of with the last album and Definitely Maybe, it sold a lot less numbers, and a lot of people were disappointed in '97 because some people say that it's the album that killed Britpop. Now, I'm not too sure about that, but Britpop got so big and so what's the word? It just got so big that it was too big to fail, and it did fail with this. But overall, absolutely stunning album. I love this project, and I love Oasis in general. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Take care, everyone.